Welcome back to the Yesterday Podcast with Audible 484. The cringiest, most unlikable YouTuber there is. He's probably gonna talk about some shit that's gonna probably make you sad. And he's probably gonna talk about himself and try to make you feel bad. But, before you watch too long, you're going to click away because you probably only clicked on this video to see what I'd probably say. Because of the title, it's probably like something that makes you want to click. And then you click and you see it's just me talking shit. And you're like, fuck this guy. I got to unsubscribe. I hate his podcast. I hate his life. I only want to see him do drugs. I haven't made a podcast in a month, and I haven't really been creating. I've been in a weird place. And I want to read you guys something from this book called Everything is Fucked, a book about hope by Mark Manson. I want to read you guys this little excerpt to start off the podcast. And I think just by saying this, it'll kind of it'll help you to understand where I've been mentally lately. And I guess we'll just go from there. If I worked at Starbucks, instead of writing people's names on their coffee cup, I'd write the following. One day, you and everyone you love will die. And beyond a small group of people, for an extremely brief period of time, little of what you say or do will ever matter. This is the uncomfortable truth of life. And everything you think or do is but an elaborate avoidance of it. We are inconsequential cosmic dust, bumping and milling about on a tiny blue speck. We imagine our own importance. We invent our purpose. We are nothing. Enjoy your fucking coffee. I think that what I've found is that existentialism has a very clever way of using the truth to disguise narcissism and sociopathic tendencies. And I think that I am such a hardcore narcissist, and when I say hardcore, I don't mean like I'm like fucking so narcissistic I can't even see it and stuff like that. I think that it's just that I have this, I would say, mild level of narcissism, but it's ingrained in my DNA, and it's a part of who I am. It's in my fucking bones. And as much as I try to take it out and I try to fucking, I don't know, just get away from it, the more layers I see of it. And the more I lie to myself about it. And the more I trick myself into thinking that my narcissism is valid. Like I said, my existentialism, this idea that we're all nothing and everything is fucked, is truly me just disguising my own narcissism and trying to elevate myself above others. Like as if I know this secret about the world and nobody else knows. And how do you not wake up every day and think about the hopelessness of the world? Because I do. And what that does is it puts me here and everybody else here. And that's narcissism. And it's so confusing, man, because like I'm trying my fucking best to not be like that. I'm trying my fucking best to be a better person. I'm trying my fucking best to be happy, I guess, and just hopeful. And, there seems like there's always something that comes up. And it's like, obviously, yeah, life is life. There's always going to be something that comes up. And there's very easy ways to disregard and discredit a lot of the things that I'm saying and that I constantly say. And it's like, sometimes I have conversations with myself and I'll say this thing and then I'll debate with myself back and forth. And then I'll be like, hey, shut the fuck up to both of you. So, Yeah, man. It's like it's just, sometimes you think too much and you can think yourself into circles. And because of where I work, I have too much time to think. So I'm literally that friend or family member who you just get sick of because the only time they talk to you is when they're sad. The only things that they bring up are like negative things. But you know what? I don't know. I gotta stop giving a fuck about that. I gotta stop trying to create something that is not the honest version of myself. When I come in here and I try to create something that doesn't feel authentic, it's not fun. And my inauthenticity has caused me to think of what I once thought as fun as not fun. And I think because I'm being inauthentic, that's why it's not fun. That's why I'm not enjoying creation and creating stuff anymore, is because I'm just not being me anymore. Because I am annoyed of myself. Because I am so fucking sick of coming on here and talking about how sad I am and how confused I am and how fucking life is this and that and blah, 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 blah. I annoy myself, And it's like, well, I don't know what else to do sometimes because one, my life is not all that interesting. I work 4 days a week. All 4 days of those 4 days, I legitimately have like 2 hours at home. I wake up at 6 in the morning. And I'm gone by like 6:45. I get home at about 7 to 7:30 and I'm asleep by like 9:30. So I legitimately have like 2 hours, 4 days a week, more than half of my life. I only have about 2 hours a day to truly do anything. And that shit is fucked, man. And I'm starting to really reconsider just, just if it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like if the career I have or the job I have is worth it, because I don't know, man. I don't see myself anymore. Like it's hard to fucking see myself anymore. And as much as my life has improved in many, many, many different ways, and our future is looking amazing. It's just like, what does that mean for me though? I don't want to die. I don't want to just fizzle out in my life. You know what I'm saying? I had so much hope before, so much passion, so much I wanted to work towards. I thought so highly of myself. And it's like over the years, I've tried to be a better person. And I thought that in order to be a better person, I had to like beat myself up. But I think that I'm starting to understand that maybe I'm beating myself. I beat myself up so bad that now that, I called myself out on everything. But because I did all that and I did it for so long and so intensely, now that I'm trying to actually appreciate myself and like find, the positivity in my life, it's really hard. So I don't know. I'm not trying to. Day to day, I'm really not that unhappy. You know what I'm saying? My life is not, I'm not constantly sad and whatever, but like I am constantly fighting with myself to be okay. And those thoughts, and I have, those negative thoughts always pop up. And I've developed a lot of tools and ways to get out of it, but this, I don't know. It's always going to continue, the struggle, the thoughts, the ideas, whatever. It's always going to continue. So that's one thing I just need to tell myself and understand is just, it's not going to end, man. It's not going to end. There's always going to be some sort of bullshit thought that's going to confuse you or make you, wonder about this or that. Maybe that's healthy. But, the thing is not to get obsessed and not to become confused, not to allow the questions to become unsubstantial. Is that the word? Yeah. So it is what it fucking is, man. If you guys don't want to watch my videos, you guys think I fucking am too negative and too complaining, I get it. Trust me, I wouldn't watch my fucking videos. I would have probably unsubscribed a long time ago. You know, I know what a dead YouTube channel looks like. You're on it. At fucking 52,000 subscribers, I get like 200 views a video. All right. I'm not fucking stupid. I see what this is. And it's like, sometimes I wonder why I make good content. No, I don't know if I do. I don't know if I make good content. And this is not me trying to, this is me trying to be honest with myself. Everything I wanted to work towards since I was like 17 has been YouTube, you know, entertainment, music, whatever the fuck. And I'm 30 years old now, and I don't know if that's what I want anymore. I see such beauty in just working and taking my family on vacations and just chilling in bed and watching movies with them. And, you know, I just see the other hopeful things in life, and the other things that give me satisfaction or give, you know, and I don't necessarily know if this is what I want to do anymore, guys. I just don't know. And I'm truly constantly thinking about it. And that's why you haven't seen me much. And anytime you do see me, I feel like I'm in a good mood, because in that moment, I truly do want to do it. But like, maybe the question I'm asking is not if I want to do it anymore, but like, because I know that there's moments where I want to make a song, I want to make this podcast, I want to make a video, but I think the question that I want to ask myself is, do I think it was all a waste of time? What have I learned from it all? And when I look back on my YouTube career, was I a success in my eyes or not? You know, I had goals. I wanted to be one of these YouTubers with millions of subscribers and be able to support my family through just making videos. That was always my goal. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, that was the goal that I set on the outside. But I think the reason that goal never came true was because that wasn't the real goal. I think that was one of the things I just said because it sounded right. I think the real goal of why I made content was for my own selfish wants, to be loved, to be liked. It was never for anything else, except for my own insecurities. And I think maybe that's why, you know, I'm at this point now when I'm 30 years old and I'm like, what the fuck have I been doing this for so long for? You know? I look at my comments daily and I get 75%, if not more, positive ones. But I focus on the negative ones. The ones that are on my mind are the ones that talk shit. And that could be for a multitude of different reasons, you know. That might not necessarily be because, you know, my intentions were wrong. I think it's very easy to get caught up in people saying negative things about you, you know. But I think it's natural for us to focus on the negative rather than the positive, because it's natural in our DNA, naturally in our DNA to look for threats and things like that, you know. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we'll see where the fuck this all goes, man, because I'm not here anymore, dudes. I'm not here anymore. Just not. And I never thought that I'd be like, I never thought I'd just stop doing what I've always done. I'm not saying that I am. I'm not saying that I'm like, I quit, I'm just at a point where I'm really wondering if I enjoy it. Like, the other night I streamed, Friday night, me and my wife streamed for a while. And then when we got off, we kind of got in this little argument. We were drunk, whatever. It wasn't a big argument. Luckily, we haven't really gotten to crazy arguments in a few months. We've been doing pretty good. We got a little back and forth because she claimed that I was basically being fake on the stream. And, I think that what I was doing was more so like in podcast mode, like trying to like do bits and play around and be funny. But I don't think I've ever done that before in front of her. And she took it as me just being totally fake and playing dumb. It was kind of a mindfuck for me in the days following that because it was true what she said. But I wasn't being fake. I wasn't trying to portray myself seriously as someone else. I was just having fun playing a character kind of thing, basically. And like I said, I've never done that before. So I asked myself why I did that. Why all of a sudden during a live stream I wanted to, be in this character, do this thing. And I think it's because I'm slowly starting to separate myself from the content I create. Maybe that's another confusing aspect to it because the content I've always created has been nothing but utterly, honestly, 100% me. Maybe that's why it doesn't seem as enjoyable anymore because I'm starting to try to morph into something that I've never done before. And I think maybe the reason that I'm trying to take myself out of my content in a way is because I don't think I'm that interesting anymore. I don't, it's not fun. I'm not going to raves. I'm not wilding out doing drugs. I'm not hanging out with all these friends and going to parties and, life gets boring, but that's when it gets good. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but I think it's the truth. But the thing is that like it gets boring but the only way it'll get better is if you are actually in the moment and not looking back or looking forward, I guess. I think it's just like, I don't know, man, like you have to grow up at some point. And I'm not saying grow up like not have fun and stop doing this and that. I just mean grow up in the sense that you got to kind of like let go of old values and accept new ones. And I feel like I've done that quite a bit. But one value that I'm having trouble with letting go of or even understanding is the content creation that I do and I have done forever. So I I don't know. How long has it been? 19 minutes? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I know that I need something or I need, I don't know. I know something has to happen. Something needs to change because it's like I hold myself to this like, what's the word? I set this bar I set the bar too high for myself. Or I set the bar somewhere I didn't even want it to be because I never knew who I was. And I think, like I was talking about with Corey on the Mind Control podcast recently, I think it's when you have an identity that is totally intertwined with a life of psychedelic use and drug use, when you eventually get out of that life of psychedelics and drugs and shit like that, and start to really truly be introspective and try to understand who you are and what your identity is after that, I think that is absolutely more confusing than if your identity was wrapped up in sports or some other idea because of the mind altering aspect of drugs. And I think that when you have tons of friends who are just as lost as you, and you guys all get together and you guys all find hope within each other and the things you guys are doing, you can get caught up in that life, and you could forget about you forget what you even really want. It's kind of like a tribal mentality. And I think that's kind of what happened to me. I just got caught up in the bullshit a little bit too much, and just all I want to do is rage. All I want to do is party. All I want to do is have fun. And I completely fucked up and didn't realize I was losing out on myself. I was losing out on starting my family the healthy way. You know what I mean? And this is me speaking at 30 years old. I don't think many men at 30 years old are truly even, I don't know, the age of when you truly come to terms with certain things, I think varies. But man, I just wish I didn't waste so much fucking time, I guess. So I don't know, man. It's funny because I think back about all these times when I was getting fucked up and partying and going out and stuff, and like, damn, it's all good. I'm gonna always. I would tell myself, you're gonna try to make myself feel better about it all. I would tell myself, these are memories you're gonna remember forever. I don't remember shit. I don't remember anything. Friends bring up things. Certain times we went certain places, I don't remember shit. I was constantly so fucked up all the time. I don't remember shit. And the shit I do remember is mostly negative. Don't get me wrong. I do remember fucking body tingling, amazing fucking eye roll, eye flutters. I remember positive shit. I'm not going to say it was all bad, but most of the shit that I remember is negative. You know, I remember having a best friend who lost his fucking mind, maybe. Or maybe he didn't lose his mind, and maybe he started to realize all his friends were fucking pieces of shit who didn't truly care about him and only wanted to do drugs. Maybe that's what he realized, and we thought he was being crazy. Who knows? I mean, technically, we know people close to him who've said that he actually is not there all there mentally. So, but maybe he... Either way, it's a fucking sad story, a sad memory. You know, I remember seeing a girl who we were really good friends with, basically overdosing on I wouldn't say overdosing, but just like having this wild mental break on LSD. Seeing her sitting there crying and wheezing and talking about her dead dad and shit like that. That was a sad memory. I don't know, man. It's just like this idea that you're creating memories when you're young is, and it's has truth to it, but you can kind of take it too far, I think. And I think I took it too far. You know, we had tons of friends when I was young, and I lost half of them because, you know, everybody was having sex with each other or just dumb arguments, or, you know, the amount of people who I have shit on and never even had the chance to apologize to is wild. And I don't know, man. It's just like, fuck. I'm so done with these thoughts, you know? I'm so done with this constantly looking to yesterday shit. You know what I mean? But maybe there's a beauty in looking at yesterday. Maybe there's something more. Maybe you can look. Maybe yesterday is more than what happened the day before today. Maybe yesterday means all the lessons that we've learned over the years. Maybe yesterday is our life in culmination, all happening at once. Maybe yesterday is life and all the positive aspects and negative aspects of it all wrapped into one. Maybe yesterday is actually hope. I wanted to end the podcast right there, but it's only 26 minutes in, so now we got to talk more. Maybe yesterday is hope. I don't think that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. I don't think you guys are going to think it makes sense, but it makes sense to me, and it makes me feel good. And I'm going to take my first hit of the day. Cheers. Ooh. You know, I think why I get so annoyed with myself and sick of myself is because I treat my YouTube channel like a therapist. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I mean, if a therapist wasn't getting paid to hear somebody complain for an hour, unsubscribe. So maybe it's probably a good idea for me to start talking to somebody, you know, who knows what they're talking about, and so I don't get annoyed with myself. I feel better now. I really feel better now. That was, wow. Maybe yesterday is hope. That's going to be in my mind for a while. It makes me so excited for this podcast too. But yeah, man, I don't know. Titty boy, I moved over so you could be in the shot, dude. Yes, my cat name is Titty Boy. Fight me. Our Floyd and Logan are fighting in 2 days. Anybody excited for that? I'm not excited for it. I mean, I'm going to watch it, but I'm not excited for it. Especially after the rules came out today. They said that there's not going to be a winner announced. The knockouts are allowed. It's 8 3-minute rounds. But yeah, it's very interesting how much money people can make for basically doing nothing. Very interesting. Man, if somebody told me, hey, I will give you $50 to go box this dude in the ring, I would do it. Well, you don't know who the dude would be. Now, most people, I think I would do a quick little boxing match for $50. Just, you know, take the fall. $50 easy. No, now that I'm being serious, $500. I'd fight anyone. I think so. See, I'm not ignorant. I know in a boxing match, I would get tossed up, especially by somebody who knows, even who's an amateur boxer. Even I get tossed up. So it's you know, but because it's funny because I've been thinking about it lately. Like, can I fight? I think I can fight. I feel like I can fight. But like, who have I fought? 75% of the people I fought have been drunk and overweight. But I mean, feel like my dog just peed or shit. I heard my daughter yell at her. Anyways, did your dogs poop in the house a lot? We lived in a house. My dog had a backyard. So she pooped whenever she wanted for like 2.5 years, you know? Then we moved here. Now she's an indoor dog. And we've been trying to like get her to, we're trying to potty train her, I guess. And sometimes it goes really well for a few weeks. And then sometimes she shits in the house like 3 times in a day. It's really hard to manage this. We've gotten her these like chewable things that are supposed to like help her digestion. And what's wrong? Good boy. That's a good boy. And it's just not helping. So if you guys have any ideas of what we can do to like help steady her digestion or like regulate it, let me know. I need to talk to the vet because I think that it might be something with her diet. I don't know. I think she was having a lot of anxiety and mental health issues. My fucking dog. It's funny because they say your dog is like you, and I noticed that within my dog. Like she gets super anxious and nervous when new people are around, and she's just like, she doesn't get mean. She's not mean. She's just scared. But she kind of shows it in a weird kind of like angry way. So if there's like new people that come to the house, she doesn't like bark and get aggressive, but she go with her tail super between her legs. She just kind of does this weird like kind of like, I guess it is a growl, but like an inner growl. But she never barks, never snarls, never shows her teeth, nothing like that. So she's just expressing that she's scared. And reminds me of me. You know, when I have company, if I could growl at them, I would. But, you know, oh my God, look at this goddamn cat. Dude, Brett, what you doing? Hello? Titty boy. Titty boy. Okay, I think that's the thumbnail right there. I think I got the thumbnail. What was I going to say? What else was I going to say? I guess that's it. What was I talking about? What am I talking about? Oh, my dog. Anyways, yeah, so has a lot of anxiety, social anxiety. She has, and then she has separation anxiety as well. So anytime we leave for like longer than like an hour, she like legitimately shits anything. Like her body forces her to shit. Even if she doesn't need to shit, she'll just shit somewhere. One time she peed on our bed. When we first moved in, one of the first times we left her alone, she jumped on our bed and pissed all over it. I'm about to kill this dog. So it's been rough, you know. We've been really, really struggling with her bullshit, you know. But it is what it is. I keep telling my wife, like, she's an outdoor dog. She's not used to this shit. She's not used to this life. It's not her fault, you know. But yeah, it is what it is. Now I'm just rambling, trying to rant, trying to come up with any topic I can talk about. Is this what, you know, it's funny because a lot of podcasters don't do this. No podcaster comes on and talks for an hour alone. It's not easy. And I think that a big reason why I used to stream, not why I used to, but what might be a good reason to stream the podcast in the future is because of these reasons. You guys can give me topics to talk about. You know, there's a select few amount of people. What are you doing? Talking about pissing on my bed. I don't like what your motions over there. So Bill Burr, Chris D'Elia. Who else? Oh, Theo Vaughn. Those guys all do podcasts alone, where they talk for an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes alone. And it's wild it's honestly, I enjoy those podcasts sometimes more when they really get on a topic I enjoy. But it's really fucking hard. It's really fucking hard. And it's like, if I didn't have as much like experience and talking to a camera as I have over the years, I would not be able to do this shit. I mean, it's funny, dude. I forget how long I've done this, man. Like how long I've live streamed before. Hold on. What the hell? Can you guys please stop making crazy amounts of noise? Thank you. Sorry. Anyways. But yeah, I've done it for a long time. So it's like, I guess, you know, it's funny because I always tell myself that, like, fuck, there's got to be something you can do where you can put all this experience you have in multimedia fucking content creation, whatever the fuck. There's got to be a job you could find that will, I mean, obviously there's jobs, you know, but there's got to be, there is definitely something you can do where your experience will come into play. And this is one of those instances, you know, it helps. Whoa, what is that? Is that me? What the fuck was that? Yeah, so doing a podcast definitely is easier because of everything I've done in the past. This is falling off real quick, guys. This is falling off real quick. I probably should have ended it 10 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to do an hour, though. I know I don't normally do an hour. You were like right under, but I'm going to try. All right? I'm saying that out loud now because I want to hold myself to it. Oh, God. God. Oh. Everybody check out this book, man. Actually, check out The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck probably first, but it's by Mark Manson. Great writer. And he puts things in a real, like easy way, you know? A real, not easy, or not, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm not even paying attention to myself talking. He puts things in a very intelligible way, like a very understandable way. You know, it's not too complicated, not too hard of a read. The concepts are deep, but he puts them in a very simplistic way. So, yeah. Whoo-wee. What's today? June 3rd? Going to hard summer next month at the end of July. And I'm not looking forward to it as much as I thought I was going to. Just mostly because, like, there's not many artists there that I'm really excited to see. I haven't gone to a rave in a long time. You know, so I'm kind of like a fish out of water, I feel like, because I haven't really went anywhere, obviously, for a long time. But also, I haven't gone to a legitimate rave like that in a long time, you know? I mean, it's not necessarily a rave, but there's mostly EDM music there. So, you know, I'm looking forward to going, getting drunk, and getting in a mosh pit. You know, those are definitely things I want to do. But I don't know how late I'm going to be there. I don't really want to take the day off the next day. Like, if I can go to hard summer that Saturday and then go to work the next day, it would be great. It would be perfect. Highly doubt I'll do that. But, you know, I don't have this urge to be up late anymore. Like, if it's 12 or 1, I'm done. Like, and it's hard because sometimes you get drunk and you have fun talking with your friends, and, you know, it'll be like 1 o'clock and be like, I want to keep going. And like, I don't want to stop talking. I don't want to stop hanging out. I don't want to stop doing this. I don't want to go home. I don't want to leave this, you know, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm starting to see now, even when I'm drunk in those nights, at times, is like, fuck, man, I would much rather feel this or be, you know, at home. I would rather, I don't mind being this drunk this late, but I need to be home. I need to be, at the very least, safe and comfortable, you know? It's funny, I used to be able to get drunk and not even know how the fuck I'm gonna get home. Just be like, I'll figure it out, or go to raves and not have no money. First rave we went to, we were bumming ice. We were so dehydrated off ecstasy pills, and we had no money for water. So we had to literally ask for cups of ice. Oh my God, how fucking ghetto. You know, I'm not going to do an hour, guys. I kind of got my point across already. So it is what it is. I'm just going to end it because if I keep rambling about bullshit, it's just going to, you know, go on too long. I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy it. I think I got my point across. I think we rambled about some bullshit. Next podcast, I'll have a main idea and then I'll write some topics down so I can go into it. But I think 45 minutes is a good amount of time for a podcast. Don't you guys think? I think it's fine. It seems like naturally around 45 minutes, I kind of just get fatigued to a point where it's like, okay, this is cool. That's enough. You know? I don't know, man. If you guys make it this far into the podcast, let me know in the comments below by writing the comment red. Check out the merch. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, check out the merch or tap the join button. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm not desperate. Please. I love you guys so much, man. Have a great fucking day. Have a great when am I uploading this, on Thursday? Yeah, have a great weekend. Enjoy your June. Enjoy your spring / the beginning of summer. And hopefully I'll see you guys very soon. Much love, much love. If you guys are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever, be sure to check out the video version of this on youtube.com/audible484. Yeah, man. Maybe yesterday is just hope. That's the bar. Peace.